Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here, continuing on with the Doom 100% walkthrough. This is Mission 6. In these videos, I show you how to get through the level and get all the collectibles, secrets, Argent Cells, field drones, elite guards, data logs, everything you can possibly get in a mission while completing it in an optimized path. Now, this is one of the longest missions in the entire game, although I've gotten it down to about 30 minutes. If you're playing blindly, it'll take you about an hour probably. This is your first mission in Hell. Keycards are replaced with skulls, and some of the door switches are replaced with these like skulls that you have to press into this large kind of pad. Anyways, as soon as you drop down from the very beginning, climb up here to the left-hand side at the top of the stairs to find this area where there's a secret. If you have the suit upgrade for that, you will have a controller vibration to let you know you're near a secret. In terms of my playstyle for this mission, I will be using my stun gun a lot to work towards my plasma rifle to work towards my stun bomb gun mastery. Now, in terms of the challenges, you already see me working towards one of them. There's a challenge for getting 10 kills while using a power-up. There's a challenge for getting all 4 elite guards, which is a collectible challenge. And the challenge you saw me work towards up top, there is a challenge for getting a leg sweep glory kill on 4 Hell Razers. So Hell Razers are the dudes with the kind of red visors, and they shoot like these lasers out of their helmets, and they typically have like these long range guns. They don't move a lot and they're quite weak. So what I like to do, what I recommend is taking out your shotgun at a medium range, hit them until they start glowing for the glory kill, and then to get the leg sweep on them, what you're going to want to do is attack their right leg. If you're looking at them, you're going to be attacking like leftward, but it's going to be their right leg. So the best way is to position yourself to their right and just stare directly at their feet, which is the best way to get the leg sweep glory kill. I would say there's about 8 of these enemies on the map, so just keep an eye out for them and make sure you're getting those glory kills. Eventually, once you come down into this pit, you're going to want to clear out all of the enemies in order to open all the doors. So now that all the enemies are dead, the doors will be open. You'll want to go to the back of the area in order to press this button, which will open a door directly in front of you where you can grab the yellow skull, which is basically a yellow keycard allowing you to get into the yellow door, which is at the top of the hill. Go through the yellow door once you have this. Once inside the yellow door, there's a couple things we should pick up. So as soon as it opens, any minute now, directly in front of us here, you should notice this kind of rune looking thing. These are data logs and these are optional. Make sure you're pressing all of them as you come across them, as they are necessary. Just to the right of that, you'll find an elite guard on the ground. Make sure you pick up the chip off of him. Now just continue forward into the next room. This level is long because it has a lot of battles in open areas. This is another one of them. So just keep killing as long as you can until all the doors open. In this area, there is no power up, so don't worry about that. Just kill as fast as you can. And on the Hell Razers with the dudes with the red masks, make sure you try to attempt the leg sweep kills. I do believe there are a few in this area. Once all the enemies are taken care of, the door should now be open, kind of directly in front of you. Just follow the green lamps. As you pass through here, you'll notice that there are a lot of platforms that raise themselves, and we can find a door here by following them all the way to the very top. So now that we're at the top, make sure you click the skull in, which will open the door directly in front of you. I'm going to be working on some stun kills, which is why I do this, but take out all the enemies in whatever fashion you desire. After that, instead of going through the portal directly in front of you, make sure you turn to the right hand side. At the very end of this hall, find a secret, and inside of that secret area, you can find a collectible. After picking up that collectible, I now recommend that you go through the portal that was directly in front of us as we entered through the door. On the other side of the portal, you can pick up the blue skull, which will be necessary for progression of the mission. You'll drop down back into that first battle area we were at during the beginning of the mission. In this area, there should be a pickup. I got lucky and got quad damage, although you might get haste or invulnerability. Kill as many enemies as you can while you have this power-up to work towards the 10 kills with a power-up challenge. I highly recommend that if you do find the Hell Razers, that you don't kill them and instead leave them until after your ability wears off so you can perform the glory kills on them, working towards the other challenge. Clear out all of the enemies, and then we'll find the rune right after. After killing all the enemies, we can now access the rune before going through the blue door. To do so, what you're going to want to do is locate the middle of the room and the blue door, and you should notice that there is a kind of small ledge accessible by this small floating platform just to the right and above the blue door. At the end of the hall, you'll find the rune, and obviously it's in a secret area which will unlock separately. Start the rune. For this one, all we need to do is use our super shotgun to get a kill every 4 seconds in order to be able to keep moving. As soon as the timer runs out, we die and have to restart. All you need to do is run forward and get to the very end of the level without letting your timer run down to the very end. If you do miss a shot, I recommend that you just let yourself reload the clip and shoot again instead of meleeing. Meleeing takes longer than it does to just let your gun reload and shoot, so it's better just to keep walking. You're going to want to jump back and forth from left to right whenever you need to in order to build up your time and kill one of the monsters. Upon reaching the platform at the very, very end, it should end and it'll be over. From there, we can now proceed through the blue door that we should have spotted earlier, and we do have the blue skull. Obviously, if we missed that, we're going to go back and pick it up. Go through the blue door, and as soon as we do that, stay to the right-hand side of the room as soon as you enter. You should find a Argent Cell pretty much in the open as soon as you enter. Upon picking up the Argent Cell and applying it to whatever area we want, I prefer health at this point in the game, we can continue forward into the next area. Upon entering, we do have to turn left, but we're going to want to drop down to the right-hand side as early as possible. There's a small path down there, and at the end of that path, there is a cave. Go inside that cave to find the secret area, and inside of that secret area, we can find the Chaingun. Now, the Chaingun, if you're following along, should be the last gun you need. For whatever reason, the Gauss cannon, which I picked up in the previous mission, isn't in my inventory anymore, and I don't know why it just randomly decided to delete itself. It might have had something to do with me replaying missions in order to show you guys collectibles in different ways. Upon doing that, you can go into the main battleground of this next area. There should be an upgrade. For me, it was invulnerability, although I'm not even sure if I picked up a single kill with it. You might get quad damage or haste, which should be more useful to you. Feel free to use rockets if you're invulnerable, as you won't damage yourself close range. Just try to get as many kills as you can using one of these power-ups. Clear out the area of enemies to unlock all of the doors, and then I'll show you a couple of the collectibles in this area before progressing. So upon killing all the enemies, we actually have to make our way towards that gigantic skull door. To do that, we're going to want to jump across the canyon using the platform. Watch out for these skull enemies. You do not have to glory kill them in order to get the glory kill all enemy types achievement or trophy. So keep that in mind. You can't glory kill the floating skull dudes. Make sure you try to get a leg sweep on this dude, and that'll work towards your challenge. I did it not right, so I didn't get any progress. Unfortunately, I was a little bit too far to my right instead of to my left. Upon getting to the top, feel free to pick up this elite guard and make sure you're applying all your upgrades, including your weapon mod points, your weapon upgrade points, and your tokens to upgrade your suit and whatnot. And then these two enemies will spawn. Take them out in whatever way you deem necessary. I'm going to try to not move too much so you guys don't lose the reference point of exactly where I am. Upon killing them, jump across now on the higher ground. At the very at the very other end of these platforms, you will find your switch in order to open the door, which you will need to do in order to progress. Upon clicking the button, it will open that door. I recommend you just go inside of this room and kill everything as fast as you can. There are a couple upgrades you can pick up, but I'm going to be showing you them after I kill everything, basically. It's a lot easier to do it that way, so that's why I'll be doing it in that order. Just kill everything. A bunch of doors will open and a bunch of stuff will be happening, but otherwise, that's all you really need. You should be able to find a power up in the bottom section in one of the caves. For me, it was haste. You might get a different one. Make sure we try not to kill this dude. Instead, try to get that leg sweep, which I didn't actually do. The challenge that I unlocked was for getting 10 kills while having a power up. So I'm really screwing up some of these Hell Razer dudes, but there's a lot of them in the mission, so we won't be worrying. Again, clear out all the enemies. Alright, so upon killing all of the enemies, a whole bunch of doors will open, including that door that's like that green one. Don't really worry about that door. There's nothing in there that we really need at this moment. Instead, go to the right-hand side of that, and you should find an automap. This automap will look different, as most of the collectibles do, because we are currently in hell. From that automap, we want to turn around directly behind us, head up the stairs, and under this like area here with the pillars, and to the left-hand side, in the back of this hallway, we can find our second Rune Trial. In this Rune Trial, it's actually a little bit harder. I suggest copying my strategy basically exactly, as it makes it as easy as possible. As soon as these dudes spawn, just unload your rockets, your mini missiles from your gun, and then try to get him at the bottom of the stairs while you're at the top of the stairs until he starts going for the glory kill. And then jump down and glory kill him. In this one, we have to get 3 glory kills on these Hell Knights from death from above. So this is the best strategy. Damage them as much as possible using the micro missiles, and then damage him in order to get him into glory state. Jump down from the top of the stairs on top of him to do the death from above glory kill. Upon entering the world back after doing the Rune Trial, go through that door that we entered the room in and turn left. Not that much left, but go up the stairs to the left from the middle of the area that was the reference point. Up the stairs, up the stairs. If we, right at this like flaming post, we should be able to find a small jump up. At the top of that jump up, find your secret, and inside of that secret, find your collectible. From that area, if we turn around and continue up the steps, now we're going to want to go left in order to proceed the mission. But before doing that, go to the right-hand side. You'll see this small gap with like a man cannon on the end. Jump into that area, and at the back of this area, you should be able to find your elite guard. Now, obviously, we need elite guards because they're collectible. We also need them for one of the challenges, so keep in mind you should be proceeding with that as well. Directly behind us, we should notice a door. Inside of this room, we can find 1 data log on the ground next to this rock. And then if we continue further into this room, we should find another data log, which is this post that we need to interact with. From that post, we'll want to proceed with the mission, go back to where we came from, down the hall, jump across, using the man cannon if you so desire, and at the back, at the end of this walkway, we should find a field drone. Make sure you interact with it and pick up an upgrade, and directly next to this field drone, we should find a data log. From that data log, continue through the door into the next room and kill everything. This is one of the biggest battles in the game in terms of length. And also, there will be a power-up in this area. I got really lucky and got another quad damage, which was, you know, very helpful and allowed me to kill like 15 enemies. Basically, I'm also working towards my stun kills, so keep that in mind. You feel free to kill out your enemies whichever way you desire. Again, get the quad damage or the invulnerability or the haste. Kill as many people as you can if you don't have that challenge done quite yet. And kill everything after that, and I'll show you a couple of the collectibles in this area. So upon killing everything, you'll notice there's a cave in the back. Go into that cave, and there's actually a lever. It's very hard to see, and it's even hard to interact with at certain points. Pull the lever, and after that, you know that there is a classic Doom room that's open. So proceed to kind of towards that giant gate. But before going through that gate, drop down to the right-hand side of it, and directly behind where you land, you'll find the Doom room. Now, this one, it's the secret. As soon as you enter, feel free to leave as soon as you enter. But if you make your way to the very back of it, you will find a kind of potion that gives you full 200% health and 200% armor. So that's pretty helpful. Just pick it up if you're on a harder difficulty. If you're not, just continue forward through that door that we just opened by completing that giant battle. So now you'll just want to jump across that middle platform and kill all of the enemies. They actually fight each other, so you can just stand back and watch them do it, and then just kill whoever's left. After these two Caco demons, I believe they're called, spawn, you'll want to kill them. and jump across this section. At the very end of the jumping section, you should find a data log in plain sight. So we're jumping towards where they were when they spawned, and if we jump to the right hand side at the top of the stairs, find a data log. Now we can use that data log as a reference point for our next collectible. What you want to do is kill the enemies however way you want, if you want, and proceed through up the stairs. I'm just going to quickly take care of this enemy first. Some of them, it's a little bit hard to tell how many rockets each enemy takes, so I don't want to waste them. But at the top of the stairs, turn to the right hand side, jump up on the ledge. I'm going to ignore the next enemy group. Turn to the right hand side through the cave. At the very end of this walkway, you should find one of those rune looking data logs that you want to interact with. After that, just proceed through a little bit of the mission. I'm going to kill some of the enemies in order to work towards some of my weapon masteries. From that rune data log thing that we interacted with shortly ago, we'll climb up the ledges and jump across into a battle. On the left hand side as we jump across, feel free to find your elite guard. These enemies will battle each other and kill each other, so you don't have to intervene unless you want the kills. After all the enemies are dead in this area, proceed forward, just follow the path, and you'll enter into this kind of like cave tunnel thing. At the other end, you should be able to easily spot a data log from quite far away. Make sure you pick it up. Now, from that data log, we're going to jump across a small canyon thing and into a large battle area. This is the last battle area of the mission. You should have a quad damage pickup, so make sure you pick it up and wrap up with your 10 kills using power-ups if you don't already have it. Additionally, there should be 2 or 3 of the Hell Razers. They're these dudes with the red on them, and you're going to want to get your leg sweep glory kills on them if you don't already have those as well. We should have all 4 elite guards taken care of, so feel free to mop up the 2 other challenges if you don't already have them. That's why I'm skipping the Hell Razer dudes, because I actually need them. Now that my quad damage wore off, I'm going to find one, and there's actually 2 down in here, and I get both of them with the leg sweeps. So again, attack from the right hand on their right leg, and it's going to do that glory kill. If you do it, up to 2 times in this area to get all that taken care of. And now just kill everything. Once you kill everything, the door at the top of the hill will open. Inside of that door, there's a small kind of cutscene cinematic thing that you can skip completely by interacting with the portal. That ends the level. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. All 3 of those things are very much so appreciated, especially if you subscribe for future content. That'd be pretty cool. Special shout out to Hair and Giggles as well as Doc Cupcake for supporting the show on Patreon. Feel free to check the link for Patreon in the description below. Hopefully I see you guys next time. Peace.